Drones were spotted over Russian Murmansk again yesterday. Olenya airfield is nearby. Russian law enforcers prohibited admins of local news to publish any information about drones in the region. However, locals continue posting videos.
Вон летит. Да. Это прикол. И быстро летает.
The Russians have just confirmed they have a problem in Kursk. Their counterattack got stuck, but Ukrainian S are advancing in their rear, basically threatening to pocket them. Ukraine is dividing the large pocket formed against the Seam River in two parts. It will be easier to capture the 1,000 Russian conscripts. The situation in Glushkovsky district remains tense. Heavy fighting is underway. The enemy continues to advance and try to consolidate. Border guards, together with units of the Russian Ministry of Defense, are fighting, not allowing the enemy to break through further. The Ukrainian armed forces are introducing new forces into the battle, bringing in tanks, armored fighting vehicles, and infantry. Artillery and aviation are working on both sides. Here's a small map to illustrate what may be about to happen in the southwesternmost corner of the Kursk region. With the Ukrainian break-in across the border towards Veselozhe and the lack of functioning bridges over the Seyhim, we can get 2 sacks of Russian soldiers, which are in practice cut off and circled. The Russians are indeed attacking Snagost and may be inside that village now, but if the Ukrainian advance on Glushkovo continues, the Russians may be too late and too far away. Must emphasize that all this is not based on any official statements or info from the General Staff, but from what it seems, 2 Ukrainian mechanized or motorized battalions are 6 to 7 kilometers from Glushkovo and from effectively closing this double Russian trap. We'll see if it works out. Russians try to destroy a Dragon drone operated by the 118th Territorial Defense Brigade that is destroying their positions. Ukrainian vampire drone bombing a Russian shelter in Pokrovsk direction. 21st Separate Special Forces Battalion. A rare glance into the ambush of the Ukrainian Special Operation Forces on Russian troops in Kursk Oblast.
Контакт. Повертається на патрульну базу. Статус групи зелений. Ворога 1 в місті, 2 300, але дані потребують уточнення. Прийом.
45 citizens of India have been dismissed from the Russian army who were misled while enlisting. Indian Foreign Ministry. 45 Indian citizens have been dismissed from the Russian army ahead of schedule. Indian authorities are seeking the dismissal of another 50 men. The corresponding information was reported by NDTV TV channel with reference to the Foreign Ministry of the country. The issue of early dismissal of Indians who were misled when enlisting in the Russian armed forces was discussed in mid-July by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with Russian dictator Putin. At that time, 10 Indians returned home from the army. The Indian Foreign Ministry reported that 35 to 50 Indian citizens were serving in the Russian army. In the spring of 2024, Indian authorities said they had uncovered a network of recruiters who lured Indian citizens to Russia with promises of jobs, enrollment in private universities, and help with free visa renewal, and later their passports were taken away and these people ended up in the war zone in Ukraine. According to NDTV, about 100 Indian nationals have been caught up in this situation. 4 people are known to have died. The Russian embassy in New Delhi said that the Russian authorities had never been involved in any public or hidden campaigns, much less in fraudulent schemes to recruit Indian citizens for military service in Russia.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.